Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is your host, and today's Reddit story comes from a popular subreddit. So let's jump into it. I was working at a grocery store, bagging groceries, when this woman came up to me. She was extremely intoxicated. She smelled like stale waste and her eyes were all red and droopy. As she's fumbling with her items, I could see that she had brought in a 32-ounce Miller Lite can and was trying to hide it under her jacket. She looked like she was doing a very bad job of playing the beer is gone game with herself. For those who don't know, the beer is gone. Game is where you try to cover up the fact that you've been drinking by pretending that you just drank the last of your beer and then quickly putting the empty can back in the six-pack. So I asked her if she needed any help, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, can you get a six-pack of beer and put it in a bag for me?" Then she flashed me a big, toothy grin which showed off her lovely set of vampire fangs. I responded with, "Yeah, sure." I grabbed the closest thing they had to a six-pack of Miller Lite and I bagged it. Then I proceeded to ring up her stuff. As I'm ringing up her stuff, I noticed that she only had two forms of ID on her, a Wisconsin driver's license and a U.S. passport. I thought this was weird since no one ever uses their passport as a form of ID. The only people I've ever seen use their passport as a form of ID are foreign tourists or spies, but she was neither of those things. She was wearing a Packers jacket and a cheesehead hat. She definitely wasn't a tourist, and she didn't look like a spy. So I asked her why she was using her passport, and she said she lost her wallet. I found that a little hard to believe since she didn't look like the type of person who'd be going out without her wallet. She was the type of person who would never go anywhere because she just liked being at home collecting teeth. When I asked her how many teeth she'd collected, she said, "Oh, hundreds and hundreds of teeth. You want to see my collection? It's so gross." I said I didn't want to see her collection, and she got all huffy and left. She took her six-pack with her, and I never saw her again. The next day, I came into work, and there was a note on my clock and screen. The note said, "We need to talk." It was from my boss. I talked to my boss, and he said he got a complaint from a customer about me treating her rudely and not helping her. I explained to him what happened, and he said, "That sounds like you were just doing your job. You didn't do anything wrong. That sounds like a he-said-she-said situation anyway. If she's not a problem in the future, just let it go." A few weeks later, I was getting stuff from the back room when I heard commotion coming from the front. When I came out, I saw the same woman from before arguing with my manager. She was livid, and she was demanding to speak to the district manager. My boss was visibly shaken by her, and he kept saying, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but we can't just give you the number. Corporate policy, blah, blah, blah." She wasn't having it, though. She kept interrupting him and yelling, "You have to give me the number. You have to give me the number." My boss was sweating profusely. Then she finally got his phone and she started dialing. As she's dialing, she turns to me and yells, "You'll be hearing from me," and she gets on the phone. I wish I knew what she said on that phone call, but alas, I shall never know. My manager breathed a huge sigh of relief when she hung up. He immediately apologized to me and he gave me a raise for having to deal with that. Yeah, r/malicious compliance. This one doesn't really fit on our channel because usually in these stories, the main character does something mildly malicious, but this guy was just an upstanding citizen trying to do his job. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, feel free to subscribe. We put out videos every single day.